All right, so hello all. So instead of costumes, we are making masks today. My sister-in-law told us the first thing we should do is make sure our hands are clean. So I have got my hand sanitizer first. She talked to her brother, who is an administrator at Mercy Hospital, and he said, yes, there is definitely a need for this. He did say it was probably 6 to 8 weeks out. This is March 24th, I believe. So we are making the pleated masks. Um, I've been making little bundles, and each little bundle for these masks includes 2 pieces of 100% cotton fabric, 2 pieces of elastic, and a wire. So I am going to demonstrate with the navy and the baby blue fabric right now so you can see it easily on the machine. Uh, but you probably could get who knows what color from me when it comes to fabric. All right, so this is the mask. It is a pleated mask. There is a wire in the top edge and elastic that goes over the ears. So I'm going to put this aside at the moment. I do need the elastic and the wire. I don't need that. Okay. So the first step is to press. I'm going to take the blue fabric because it's easier to see, I think. I'm going to turn this down a half an inch to basically make a casing for the wire. And I'm going to go over here, and I know I don't often press things first, but I will do that. I'm going to press this at a half an inch to fold down my casing. All right. Then I'm going to slide my wire inside that, and I'm going to stitch. Whoop, you need to go away. I am going to stitch just along that folded edge. And I have white thread on here just so it's easier for you to see, hopefully. And go machine, come on baby. There we go. All right, so I'm going to backtrack. And I am going to stitch this. Yes, I am. There we go. Now do make sure that wire is stuck inside there and you don't hit it. All right, so backtrack at the end. There we go. Done. Snippers, they're right there. All right, so we made a casing for the elastic. The wire. I don't need those itty bitty little stitches. All right, so I need to center my wire. So of course it goes across the center of your nose and not the side of your nose. So then I'm going to locate the ends of that wire, and I'm going to stitch at those, just outside those ends, not on them, outside those ends. And I'm going to stitch to hold those in place. Stitch and snip. Stitch. Okay. And stitch. So that wire is now centered. Okay. So now I am going to flip this over to my right side, and I am going to pin my elastics. So now I'm over to step 2. I'm going to pin the elastics so they meet at the raw ends. I guess, yeah, go ahead and meet at the raw ends. There we go. How about just a touch inside, because we have to stitch that top edge down. And then this one, you'll have to pull it in just a seam allowance distance here and to the end there. Okay, so that's pinned. So there's that one, like that. And then we'll do the same thing, leave a little bit so you can sew the top edge. Pull that down, try not to twist it. And I'll pin it down here, leaving my, okay, so there's that. All right, I'm going to put my top piece, which too needs to be folded down a half an inch. I guess I'll go ahead and press this one. Press this down 1/2 inch. And we are going to bag this out. So I'm going to match all my raw edges, and I'm going to machine stitch, presser foot away, backtracking at the beginning and end. There we go, presser foot away. All right, let's pivot at the corner. Okay, one more side. Okay, backtrack. There we go. Needle up, snip it off. Okay, gotta trim the ends there. All right, get rid of these pins. We don't need those anymore. And we get to turn this to the right side and press it. Okay, so to turn it, I think I would do that little foldy thing on the corners instead of snipping the corners so they stay more secure. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little foldy thing there. I'm gonna do a little foldy thing here. Turn, turn, hold it, and just pull it over that corner like that. Pull it over. Okay. Okay, so that is ready. Yeah, see, it's starting to look like something. I'm gonna come over here and press this flat. Okay, now I'm gonna do this stitch this top edge down and make sure that I don't hit that wire. Of course, that would not be helpful. Backtrack there. I'm going to slide, just kind of slide this wire down in the casing so I can stitch this top edge. And just kind of match the top edges. Wouldn't that be funny if I hit the wire right now? I'll jinx myself, huh? Okay, there we go. All right, so all edges are sewn. Okay, so we got that so far. So now the really last thing we have to do is we're going to do the little pleats so that it'll end up looking like this. This width needs to be finished 2.5 inches here. And there are 3 pleats. On my pattern, I put specific markings as to where the pleats are. They don't have to be specifically placed as long as the finished distance is 2.5 there. So I pretty much did 1 pleat up to that stitch line for the casing there. Stitch that, pin that across. And 1 that's in the middle that goes up to that next, so they end up being fairly tight. And then the last one, I'll go up there. That looks a little tight right now. Is that tight? Yeah, right now it's 2. Yeah, those might be a little deep. Let's do that again. That's a little deep. Placement's okay, but they're a little deep. So let's do 1 there. One there. Yeah, 1 there. And 1 there. That's good. So it's 2.5. There's that one. Just kind of follow them across, and they'll tell you where they want to be. Okay, so that's 2.5. Yep. Oh goodness. Sorry, Fran. I'll have to call you back later. Okay, so this is the very last step is just simply to stitch across, presser foot away, down that edge. So I'm going to backtrack. Okay, so that's one side. And then I'm going to go up going up the pleats does make it easier. Okay, and that's it. That is it. So that doesn't take very long. It's very simple. And then you have a mask right there. Okay, thank you all. Thanks for all your help.